In this video today, I'm going to tell you the real reason that you are not succeeding with your content strategy. You are making lots of videos, you are being consistent, you are putting them out into the world and delivering lots of value to your audience. By all accounts, you should be seeing great success with this strategy, right? But you're not. And there's a reason why you're not, so brace yourself and prepare to get a little bit triggered. My name is Karin Carr, and I am a coach with a seven-figure annual business. And in fact, I grew my business to $100,000 the first 12 months using exactly this strategy. So trust me when I tell you I'm speaking from experience. Back then, I was teaching real estate agents how to make videos on YouTube to attract buyers and sellers and renters and investors, people that wanted to do a real estate transaction in the city where they lived. I've since expanded into coaching other coaches who want to use a video marketing strategy. And I've noticed a definite pattern with my students. There are those who started doing it and saw great success right away. And there are those who just slog away week after week, month after month. And it takes a long time before they finally start seeing results. And it all comes down to one simple thought that is preventing them from having the kind of success that they want. And quite frankly, the success that they deserve. Are you one of them? Let's find out. So here we go. Here's the polarizing statement. If you won't commit to a niche, then you really don't want to find new customers. You don't really want to grow your business after all. When I was a full-time real estate agent, my YouTube channel had a very specific niche. I knew exactly who I was talking to, where in the world they lived, the problems they were having, the struggles they had, the questions they had, the help that they needed, what they were going through, where they were in their phase of life. I knew it all, and as a result, it made it so easy for me to create content for them. Because I knew exactly who I was talking to, it made it easy for me to decide, well, what should I make a video about? I know that this is the problem they're having. I'll make a video about this. Not only did that help me come up with content much easier, it helped them to find me. There are a million videos being uploaded to YouTube like every 2 minutes, it seems. How do you cut through that noise and reach your ideal person? You've got to be speaking directly to the problems that they're having. So I made videos specifically for my ideal customer. And once they found me, they started watching my content. They got to know, like, and trust me. And eventually they picked up the phone and they called me and hired me. For example, somebody would say, my niche is Los Angeles. Okay, so you're going to help anyone who wants to buy, sell, rent, or invest in any type of property anywhere, not only in Los Angeles, but like all of the suburbs around LA as well. When you do that, you are not going to reach anyone. That is not a niche. That is your geographic location. Let's face it, real estate agents are a dime a dozen. I probably know 50 people that have a real estate license, and many of them haven't sold a house in the last 20 years. It's kind of a low barrier to entry. I'm sorry to say, it's not that hard to pass your real estate exam, and then once you have it, that's it. It's not like you went to med school for 6 years. So if you're a realtor, what makes you different than everyone else? What do you bring to the table that makes you unique and special? If you say, I'll just work with anyone who wants to buy or sell any type of property in this metro area that has millions and millions of people, guess what? You're going to be one of the people that struggle. You need to figure out who your target audience is going to be, and it's probably going to be much smaller than what you're comfortable doing. Now, why is that? The objection that I hear over and over again is, I don't want to turn away business. I'm new. I'm hungry for the business. I will work with anyone who wants to pay me. I will work with anyone who can fog a mirror. And this is exactly the wrong attitude to have, because A, when you come from that place, that just smacks of desperation. And nobody wants to work with somebody who is desperate, right? Think back to when you were single and you were dating. Did you want to go out with somebody who's like reeking of desperation? No. The specialist probably spent a lot more time focusing on that specialty, so they are more of an expert on that particular subject. Therefore, they can charge more money and they work fewer hours. They work with fewer people, but they make more money than the person who's just a broad family physician who sees everybody in the family, and they work crazy long hours. They're working themselves into an early grave half the time, and they're not making nearly as much money as the specialist. So there's nothing wrong with being a generalist, but Like if you're a coach, it's not going to work for you. You're not going to make the kind of money that you want. You're not going to have the impact in the world that you want. You're going to be working really, really hard and long hours, and you're not going to see the financial success that you want, quite frankly. So how do you decide what your niche should be? That's the great news. It can be anything you want it to be. Like seriously, it could be the person that you enjoy working with the most, or an easy thing that I say is the you from 5 or 10 years ago. You probably became a coach because you were having a problem. You somehow figured out this amazing thing, started doing it, and it worked like crazy. And you loved it so much, you just wanted to share it with the world, right? That's how I was. I found something that worked so well, I wanted to shout it from the rooftops and tell everyone. So think of who you were right before that aha light bulb moment. What were the problems that you were having? What were you struggling with? You want to speak to them and have them think, oh my gosh, it's like you're in my head. How do you know what I'm thinking? Well, I know what you're thinking because you are me 5 years ago. I was in your shoes. I know exactly what you're going through. And this is how I fixed it. And now I want to help you do the same. I love getting comments on my YouTube channels where they say, oh my gosh, I needed this video today so bad. It's like you're saying exactly what I am thinking. When you get comments like that, it's just awesome. It lets you know that you're on the right track because you are reaching the ideal person who needs you so much. They need your solution. They need your coaching. They need your expertise, your guidance, your mentorship. And when they find you and they're like, oh my gosh, where have you been all my life? You know you're on the right track. Another way to choose a niche is to just decide who do you like working with the most. Maybe you're a manifestation coach. Sure, you can work with anybody in the whole world. You can teach anyone how to manifest. But is there a subset of people that you really enjoy working with? Do you want to work with women over 60? Do you want to work with young men in their 20s? Do you want to work with people who have gone through an excruciatingly painful divorce? Their credit is destroyed. They have no money. They're starting over from scratch. And they got all this drama going on in their head. Who is your ideal person? Who do you feel most gratified to help with your program and your coaching? Is it people who are self-employed? Is it nurses? Is it teachers? The thing that's so great, there is no wrong answer. There is only what you want. And you get to choose exactly what that is. Once you've chosen your niche and you've decided who you want to serve most, now it's time to start building your email list. You got to get people into your database so that you can reach out to them, further the relationship, and then make them an offer. So hopefully they decide to work with you at some point. How do you build that email list? Well, the strategy that has worked so well for me over the past 5 years is offering a lead magnet. A lead magnet is simply something that is of such great value to them, they will give you their name and email address in exchange. It can be a PDF download, an ebook, a video series. It doesn't really matter what the format is of the deliverable, as long as they need it. They're willing to give you their accurate contact information in order to get it, which if you're making videos to promote the lead magnet, they usually will, because they're not going to opt in if they don't already know, like, and trust you. And if they do know, like, and trust you, they're going to give you their accurate contact information. But how do you make this lead magnet? I'm so glad you asked, because I made you a lead magnet cheat sheet. This is a template that will help you decide what to offer, how to make it, and how to make it so irresistible that they can't wait to give you their contact information. So click this link to get your lead magnet template, and let's go make some lead magnets.